Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be reacting to American vs British English 40 differences. I think it's fair to say that I speak American English since I live in the US. But yeah, please don't forget to leave a like if you enjoy the content, comment on what you see next, and subscribe for more content. Let's get into it.
Okay, I'm going to show you 40 pictures of food or food related items,
Okay,
and I
food.
just want you to tell me what you see.
Okay,
What's this?
a popsicle.
It's an ice lolly.
I didn't even know what this was. I've never had this.
What's that?
Oatmeal.
It's a bowl of porridge to me.
I've never had this too.
Looks like a bowl of porridge. Is oatmeal the oats, or is it what it's called when it's cooked?
When it's cooked, oatmeal. That's a skillet.
And what do you use that for?
Frying things.
We call that a frying pan.
Makes sense.
Yeah, we call it a pan too. I've never heard anybody in America call it a skillet of the Americans that I've met so far.
What is that?
A crock pot.
A crock pot.
Cooking.
Crock pot. We would call that a slow cooker. I think
We call it a cooker too, and I live in America, so I don't get it.
crock pot is the brand. What's that?
A pot.
We would call that a saucepan.
Silverware.
Cutlery.
Confectioner sugar.
Yo, I'm learning because I didn't even know I used to call that fork. That's it.
Icing sugar, which is basically very, very, very fine sugar.
Beets.
Beetroot. What's that?
Herbs.
Herbs. We pronounce the H. Herbs.
We don't. Arugula.
Rocket. Delicious in salads. Quite spicy. Spicy leaf.
I've never had it. This is salad though.
Cilantro.
Coriander.
Oregano.
Oregano, we say. So same word, but it's pronounced differently. So what do you say again?
Oregano.
Oregano. We say oregano.
Never had
Basil.
Basil. Again, same word. Basil. Basil. So we would say basil. You would say,
Basil.
what's this? What are
Chocolate.
these?
Cupcakes.
Oh,
And what's
cupcakes,
the
yeah.
top of them?
Frosting.
Frosting. What's well? We would call that icing. It looks like chocolate icing. So we would never
Chocolate
use
frosting.
we would never use the word frosting. What's on top of the icing?
Sprinkles.
We would call those hundreds and thousands. Very British, right? Hundreds and thousands. So you call them sprinkles. We call them hundreds and thousands. What's this?
A
Steak.
filet mignon.
Oh,
We just say fillet steak. You tend to use the French word, and we just say fillet steak. Do you say fillet steak?
No, we don't.
What are these?
Shrimp.
Prawns. What's that?
what? You guys call shrimps prawns? Never heard of that before.
Baked potato.
A baked potato. We would say jacket potato.
What is this?
It's a jacket potato.
Jacket potato.
Do you say jacket potato?
No.
What's the jacket potato wrapped in?
Aluminum foil.
We'd call that tin foil, or maybe aluminium foil, but probably tin
Aluminium.
foil. Okay, so we would call this cider. What would you call this?
We would call that hard cider
Why hard? Why'd you add the word hard?
because it has alcohol.
Oh, so anything with alcohol is hard cider, and if it's not got alcohol in it, then it's just cider, but if it's made from apples.
Exactly. So you have apple cider and then you have hard apple cider.
And hard apple cider contains alcohol,
Exactly.
which we would just call cider. Okay, what's this?
Seltzer.
Sparkling water?
Yeah, sparkling water.
Liquor.
Spirits. So in
So spirits come from England. Didn't even know that. I thought that was just a fancy way of Americans to call liquor.
England, we drink a lot of this stuff. This takes me right back to my childhood. I would
Orange
have a
juice.
glass of this sugary stuff every couple of hours, to be honest. It's basically very, very sweet fruit juice, which you dilute with water. Does this exist in America?
No, that would just
So,
be juice.
Okay, we'd call it squash, like fruit squash. In an English menu, you'd have starters, main course, and then desserts. What would you sometimes, maybe not always, what would you often call the main course?
Entrees.
Is that at all restaurants or just kind of quite posh ones?
That's French though. Entree, that's French.
Most restaurants
Most
will
restaurants
have
call
that.
it entree.
We'll
See,
call
we
it
would never
entree.
use that, and I guess that's again a French word. So in the UK, you would not get entree. You would not hear that word entree so much.
Cookies.
Yep.
Biscuits.
Biscuits.
Biscuits. Are those biscuits? They look like scones to me. You know
Biscuits and
what?
gravy.
Even within the UK, we have two variants on this word. Some people call them scones. Some people call them scones. So, who knows?
Wax paper.
Greaseproof paper. What's this?
Canned fruit.
We would say tinned fruits. You said canned. We say
Canned.
tinned. Interesting.
Because it's inside a can. Makes more sense to me.
Cotton candy.
Candy floss.
Cream puffs.
Profiteroles.
English. England's English is so hard to understand. Or British English. Because like American English, what I like about it is they tell you what it is. Canned, this. Chocolate, this. But English, they have a completely different word for it. So difficult to understand.
Heavy cream.
We'd call that double cream. You would never see this label in England with the word heavy cream. Another thing you'd never see is the volume measured in fluid ounces. That's definitely an incredibly American label right there.
Nutella.
Nutella. You would say what?
Nutella.
Nutella. We would say
Nutella.
Nutella. So nu and na, basically. And if you
Yeah.
look very carefully, you can actually see. Actually, that label's in Arabic. Look, Karima el bandaq ma'a el cacao. Hazelnut spread with cocoa. Yum.
Okay.
Saltwater taffy.
We don't have saltwater taffy. We
Never
would just
had
call
it.
those toffees.
Saltwater taffy is a very southern candy. Like you get in places like Florida, Virginia, Carolinas.
Okay, interesting. So you
Wait, I live in Tennessee. I thought Tennessee was the south. I didn't know that Florida too was the southern. I thought Florida was on the opposite side of Memphis. I don't know.
can't get it everywhere. Can't get it in Wisconsin.
I mean, you might, but it
If
would
you're from
be
Wisconsin, leave a comment. Can you get it there? What's this?
candy.
Candy.
Sweets.
Eggplant.
Aubergine.
Aubergine.
Premier.
I know aubergine because of French. Because French we call that aubergine. It's almost the same thing, like it's written the same way, just pronounced the same, different ways.
Foods.
Premier foods. Say that word again.
Premier.
Premier. So you put the emphasis on the premier. You put the emphasis on the ear. We say premier. If I see the sign Premier Inn, I say Premier Inn. What do you say?
I say premier and
Premier Inn. Okay. What's that?
a zucchini.
We would call that a courgette. What are these greeny, purpley looking vegetables?
Rutabaga.
Rutabaga. We'd call these Swedes. Not like a Swedish person, but like a Swede. If you have them
Wait, Swedish people are called Swedes, not Swedish. Okay.
in Scotland, you can have them with haggis, and you call it neeps and tatties, and basically what? And you have them basically. Neeps and tatties are like mashed up Swede, mashed up potatoes, boiled in salted water, and served alongside haggis, which is basically sheep's heart, liver, and lungs.
French fries.
Chips.
Chips.
Crisp.
Wait. They call French fries. They call fries chips. Oh, England. I gotta learn British English.
Grilled cheese.
Toasty.
Tomatoes.
Tomato.
Tomat. Or in my language, tamati. That was interesting. I didn't know most of the things in the video, and that's probably because I grew up in Africa and I didn't have most of those things. So, not my fault. It is what it is. But I'm gonna try to. I'm planning to go travel the country and see different cities and test different foods and things like that. But yeah, you don't need to hear that. Like, comment, subscribe.